Well, hey, good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. So excited to be with you. So excited to share the news with you. And, folks, if you haven't been following in the last couple weeks, there have been some big developments surrounding Mike Lindell. And we're going to talk about those. And I actually have Mr. Hold on, I did that again. But I have Mr. Mike Lindell joining us live, and we might have something really special happening this show. So do me a favor, please smash that like, chat in with where you're from to help get this stream out. This could be really big. I'm getting kind of excited about this show now. Mike, there he is, Mr. Mike Lindell. And before we start, Mike, I've got to bring this in because you just did a special sale for us.
Yes.
You do this oftentimes when you come on. You'll do something really special for my audience.
Yep, you guys, we're doing something we've never done before. These are our spring sheet sales. I want everybody to look at that you save 50% or more. They all just came in, but look at the queen. This is the lowest price in the history of MyPillow. We're doing it today for this show. The queen size, you're not going to find this any other way or any other place right now. This is an exclusive. $29.98. I got all the different sizes and styles came in. $29.98 for the queen. You guys ready for this? $34.98 for the king. I mean, this is a complete sheet sets, all different colors. You guys check it out. Where do they go? You got mypillow.com /
Lumberjack. mypillow.com /lumberjack, folks, or call the
promo code Lumberjack. Call the operators. You got to tell them promo code Lumberjack. You're not going to get these sheet prices. All the colors, sizes, everything just came in. And so you guys, and we also have the Giza Dream, save up to 50% or more on those. Our famous Giza Dreams at Percale sheets, you guys. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for you here. And
these are the best sheets known to man, Mike. I'm serious. I just want to tell you, as my lovely listening audience, I never knew, I've said this before, but I never knew sheets were a thing, Mike. And then I got these sheets and I was like, oh, this is what I've been missing my whole life.
You're exactly right. I'm going to tell everybody, our great president, this is his favorite product of all time of MyPillow. Okay.
Yeah.
Might be his favorite of all time. I don't know. I didn't ask him, but he every time I see him, he goes, Mike, these sheets. He goes, these cheap ones are better than the other ones. I'm going, they're not cheap, sir. They're just a good price. They're the best sheets in history. But he just loves them. He just loves them. And they do make a difference. And they enhance your sleep. And they've been a flagship product now for about 10 years. So,
well, Mike, I want to get on to address something really serious here, though, because I saw that a judge held you in contempt. Now, look, Steve Bannon was held in contempt, and he got to go to jail.
Right.
So, how does this all work out? I mean, the audience wants to know, and you've also got Keith Ellison investigating you.
Yeah. You guys, we're under the biggest. Right. We are under right now, everybody. The biggest attack that MyPillow and myself have ever been under. It's all manifesting now. And they're going, wait a minute, Mike, you were attacked in January of 21. All the box stores, you were canceled. The number one person in the country holding their arm up and they're shooting me down. Anything I did attacking, canceling me. Then a year ago, August, when I came up with a plan to secure our election, same thing. What they did back then, let's take Mike out. Let's destroy his company, cancel all his credit, squish his credit in, which we're still feeling the manifestations of that. When you had lines of credit and they squish it in and say, hey, we want our money now. When you've been doing business with places like you guys have all seen even shipping companies in the news going, hey, we want all this money now. And there was a big thing about FedEx or whatever. By the way, everybody, we're shipping just fine. The stuff you read in the news isn't all exactly true, okay? But we had this big credit squish a year and a half ago on top of being debanked, deplatformed, a merchant server. It was like a run on a bank. And how we survived that because of one thing, the grace of God. But then, since the election, everybody, they have turned it up wide open. Now, why would they do that when Donald Trump's already in doing this magnificent job? Why attack Mike Lindell and MyPillow? Well, here's why. It's very simple. They want to keep their electronic voting machines. They want to keep their thing to steal. Well, they didn't steal it in this last election. No, it was too big to rig. They stole millions of votes from Donald Trump. Millions, everybody. They skimmed it across. Okay. They also stole 4 senators, nine congressmen that we know of. So I am in this battle with these machine companies that have sued MyPillow and myself for billions of dollars. And one of them, Smartmatic, it's a joke. Smartmatic sued MyPillow a year after Dominion did. When I remember everybody, I told Dominion, sue me, sue me, sue me. I told Dominion, sue me, because I wanted to get all the evidence out there. They finally did sue me. I had to tell them, come on, you're suing everybody else. Sue me. I got all the evidence. Well, then a year later, Smartmatic sues Mike Lindell and MyPillow. Now, I want to tell everybody about Smartmatic. They have one county in the country, and that's LA County. We have all the goods on LA County. We have the Catboat records and everything that shows complete computer manipulation. So anyway, Smartmatic sues MyPillow in January of 2022. January of 21 or 22. So 22. A year later, they sue a year later. Now, everybody listen. Here's their case that they sued on. They said MyPillow, their CEO, was using promo codes and 1-800 numbers to promote his products on influencers like Lumberjack here, using promo codes like Lumberjack. This is what they did. They said it was an elaborate marketing scheme of Mike Lindell to badmouth these machine companies in order to sell more product. Well, by the time Smartmatic sued me, we were already out, everybody, about $150 million in lost sales. We have lost hundreds of millions of dollars of lost sales. We lost most of the retailers, most of the box stores. We would hope that they would come back now. If anybody are out there and you go to these box stores and say, now will you take them back? But what their CEO, he wants to get rid of the voting machines. What a terrible guy. And so Smartmatic sues on this, right? And this craziest, most frivolous lawsuit in history. Anyway, it goes into discovery, everybody. This is how normal lawsuits go. You go into discovery. First, you put in for a dismissal, which I did. And the first day of the cyber symposium, the judge rules, you're not going to dismiss these, boy. I'll tell you, Mike, this Judge Nichols out of DC, and then this one's in Minnesota, the Smartmatic one. Well, anyway, then you go into what's called, you're going to have summary judgment, and we still haven't even got to summary judgment, everybody, where you say, hey, here's what we have. We have so much evidence on them, and we've done nothing wrong, and let's get this lawsuit thrown out. It's a joke. Well, to them, what's their motive, everybody? They want to attack Mike Lindell and MyPillow and bring me down to silence me. That's what they're doing. So we gave them, get this, we gave them all these things they asked for, that Smartmatic asked for. Things like this. Do you have contracts with all these podcasters and all these things? I go, no, we have no contracts. We have no contracts. Do you have a contract with me, Neil?
No. We do handshake deals, word of mouth. If we sponsor a great podcaster, a great show like this, and give them promo code Lumberjack and give sheets for $29.98 Queens, that's what we do. We've been doing it for 20 years. But Smartmatic, they told the judge, he's got to be lying. Who does business and doesn't have contracts? Yeah, I've never had just so you know, folks. I mean, I met Mike at an event. I go up and talk to him. I said, hey, Mike, I do this show. I cover conservative news. My audience loves you. Can I get a promo code? And right there, you just said, Neil, just send me an email. He said, I'll get you a promo code. And that was it. I never had an agreement.
No, there is none. Right.
So if you want it, you can use this in your court. So they know, no contract with Lumberjack.
Right. No contract, but this is, and then other things they asked for. One was they wanted to know how many people in 2021 in January came to your website and shopped around and all this stuff, and where they went, what places they went on the website.
Hold
and stuff.
one quick second, Mike, because I just saw a comment and I want you to just address this. I think they've got to go to the /lumberjack, don't they?
They got to go /lumberjack. You're never going to find them anywhere. mypillow.com /lumberjack. These are not, this is an exclusive sale for Neil today for you guys with promo code lumberjack.
Yeah, but you can't use the promo code. They actually have to go to my page, I think.
Right, and see what you're saving. Look at that. $99.98. You're going to get it for $29.98.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe you can pull up the page there and show them.
Certainly. You keep going, Mike. I'll pull up the page.
Yeah, okay, everybody. So Smartmatic. So another thing they said, show us the analytics. Well, crooked Google changed their things. I can't get it back that far. They changed some of their algorithms and stuff in the summer of 23. So we can't go back that far, So so you had stuff like that we give them. I'm an open book. I give them everything. Like when the FBI took my phone, they could have just came and I go, here, take it. I don't care. Take all the stuff that's in it, make a copy. But no, they kept the phone, right? I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. Here it all is. Well, anyway, so Smartmatic comes and they tell the judge he won't give us everything. Our answers were, my lawyer's answers were, we don't have this. We can't make some. Well, of course you do. You're lying. You have contracts. No, I don't.
He doesn't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Smartmatic. I'm sorry, Judge. I don't have the things you're asking me for. My handshake, my word is my word, and that's it. Have you ever had a problem with me, Neil, on a contract? No, because we just give you. We got a problem right now. They're not getting to the website, but
here it is. Hold on, this is it. So, guys, you got to go to it's mypillow.com /lumberjack. You have to use the /lumberjack. So when Mike runs these really exclusive deals, they're limited to specific pages, like either Bannon's War Room or me. And you guys have been consistently one of the best audiences for MyPillow. That's why you get these deals. Not everybody gets them. So now what you do is you just scroll down here. Once you go to mypillow.com,
mypillow.com /lumberjack. Now click on those sheets there. Save 50%. There it is. Let's see. You have
here's the dream, and here's
go to the next one. Click on the per kale.
Yep. Now
go down to the queen. Go to queen size. Are you kidding? $29.98. That must be a mistake. Wait, ho.
But it's active. Take advantage of it now.
This is real, everybody. This is the lowest price, $29.98 for queen size, $34.98 for kings. Or you could call my operators. They're standing by. Call the number. What do you got for a phone number there?
Absolutely. I always say call the operators. 1-800-568-2865. Again, that's 1-800-568-2865. I'll put the banner back up.
Yeah, there you go, you guys. Call my operators. They know that if you're calling right now, it's that you're calling and you get the only special for this in the world, in the country right now. Promo code lumberjack. Say, hey, I'm watching the show right now. But you might, call while you're there, get them on the phone and get these ordered. But I'm going to, in fact,
speaking of calls, Mike.
What?
Speaking of calls, are you going to be able to call the Star Tribune on this show?
Yeah. So you guys, here's another attack. This is
wild. Guys.
This happened right before I was coming on the show. The Star and Tribune, this horrible Star and Tribune, they just called up. Now they asked for comment. And they put the story up before I even got a chance to call this guy. So the Minnesota Attorney is investigating MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell's charities. Okay. What they've done, everybody, let me tell you, I'm going to give you a little precursor here. I have 3 charities. One was called the Lindell Foundation. It was set up about 10 years ago, and I set it up to help every single city and county in the country. It was all based with no overhead, all the overhead. So if you put 100% of your money in, 100% went to the charity or the cause of your choice. It was the most amazing platform ever set up. You know who put in 100% of the money, Neil, for this prototype? I did.
You.
I put in millions of dollars and I tested it in 102 countries. All over the world, it cost me millions to test this platform. Then we had the Lindell outreach. That was within that same charity. That never even got one thing put into it because this whole system, before it came to fruition, before we were going to use it, what came? The China virus came in. Okay. The China virus came in, so we were shut down, and it's been a parked car ever since. Okay, it was a parked car, so no money was put in for the outside. This was all built, this massive prototype, and it was going to be so cool. You'd be in your own city. You'd put down. We've tested a lot of it in Detroit. So here's Detroit. People like to give in their own backyard. They don't like to give overseas and stuff anymore, where you don't know how you have these big charities and only a dime of your money might make it to the dollar, or of a dollar makes it to the actual cause. Here, 100% of your money made it to the cause. You would dial down, let's say you lived in Detroit. Wow, over here look at this over here and look at this over here. And then you put it in, it was like a GoFundMe, individual GoFundMe kind of.
Okay.
And when we tested this, we didn't put it public. I put in all the money. So when I got to Detroit, all of these charities that I put into myself, I put the money in to see how the system would work.
Yes.
Got it all done. That's one charity, everybody. That's the Lindell Foundation. Now, what they want to do, because it's been parked, they want to shut it down. Keith Ellison wants to shut it down, and which is fine. You know what? If you're going to take away that charity, I don't have time right now because I'm fighting to get rid of the electronic voting machines. So I got to pick and choose my battles. And I told my lawyers, give him everything he wants for that, right? Then here comes the good one, everybody. I have another charity. It's called the Lindell Recovery Network.org. This helps people get off addiction and find them way to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now, that one, I put in all the money, millions of dollars into this website and charity. It's an online help for anybody in addiction. So right after the election, Keith Ellison, boom, let's attack Mike Lindell. Now, we gave him everything, Neil. I told my lawyers, don't hide anything. I have nothing to hide. Give him everything. Well, he doesn't believe, just like these other charities, that anybody would just put in all the money himself. Why have a charity when you're putting in all the money yourself? Well, that's what I did. That's who I am. I didn't reach out for help, right? And this, it's disgusting what Keith Ellison is doing. So what he did, he filed today. Yeah, there's my Lindell Recovery Network. If you're an addict, you go there, you're going to get help. By the way, we did put up a button now to help out. If you guys want to help out the Recovery Network for people in addiction, that one we keep alive. That one, they're trying to destroy that charity, that thing, and it helps so many people. When I travel around the country, people come up to me all the time. Mike, I read your book. I went to your Recovery Network. My incorrigible brother or my nephew, my uncle, whatever, he got saved. He found the Lord. Well, Keith Ellison, your office, what they're doing is very, very evil. They're trying to destroy this charity.
Mike, I ran into somebody the other day. I forgot to tell you this. This was maybe a month ago or something, but I ran into somebody, and I think it's like their sister or somebody actually works with you at the Lindell Recovery Network, and she was a recovering addict. And she told me the whole story. It was beautifully moving story, by the way.
So anyway, so right now, the Star and Tribune then, because we gave them everything and they want more, they can't believe it, Neil. They don't believe me. They go, oh, he's got to be hiding something. He has to be hiding something. And, and that's what I told my lawyers. I don't want to be tied up in this. I got better things to do. I need to get rid of these electronic voting machines. I need to help My Pillow flourish. We get attacked every day. We're the most attacked companies in the history of the world. My employees don't deserve this. This is disgusting. Shame on you, Keith Ellison. Shame on you. And then another one, everybody, the IRS. So they came out. We're in a 3-year audit with the IRS. They're attacking. They want us to go all the way back to 2020. They want all my employees to redo their tax returns. It's crazy. And this involves checks that came from the China virus checks when businesses have stayed open. You got the checks in 22 and 23. They want you to redo your taxes and pay money that you never received in 20 and 21. That one I'm working with the the Treasury Department in the United States. I'm fighting that one head on. That's going to affect all of you out there. I won't stop. I'm sick of it. These government things that they've weaponized all these agencies against everybody, and especially myself and my pillow. But we're the tip of the spear on that. But this reporter from the Star and Tribune, we're going to call him right now on live if it's okay, Neil.
That's awesome. No, let's do it. So that's this guy. This is Jeff Day.
How I deal with. Let's pull the story up though. Let's see what it says here.
I don't subscribe to the Star Tribune, so they're just
okay. Yeah, they're trying to get. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to get subscriptions, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I won't give them money. I have.
Okay. Well, they're horrible news outlet. Let's call him. His name is Jeff Day, and here we go, everybody.
All right. This is.
So we'll call up old Jeff.
Share this out, folks. Smash that like if you would. Smash it quick. Get some more people on. Come on, Jeff. Pick that phone up.
Hello, you have reached Jeff, and please leave a message at the tone.
Hey, Jeff Day with the Star and Tribune. This is Mike Lindell. You're live on our show here, Minnesota. You did an article on me. You didn't reach out for me for comment. And we see you're doing the article just to get subscriptions for the horrible newspaper, the Star and Tribune. So if you want to call me to get my comments, now. So give me a call, Jeff, and I'll take your call and we'll talk about your little article. We're not paying the firewall here to see it, but I just would have appreciated you calling me before throwing this out there, because I got a lot of things to say about Keith Ellison and what he's trying to do, attacking charities that help people out of addiction into Jesus Christ. So I await your call. I mean, disgusting.
Yes.
You know, see how free I am? I put my phone number out there, I don't care.
I was like, oh, geez, Mike,
I don't care. I don't. My employees, everybody has my number, and you know what? It's disgusting that what Keith Ellison's doing to these My Pillow, now the charities, and to attack myself. And why? You got to ask yourself, why do these attacks keep coming? You guys, there's only one reason. They want to keep crooked elections. That's it.
Okay, Mike, I've got some news for you. And this is new news to you. And I know because when I talked to you on the phone, you didn't know this. So we're going to talk a little bit about the judge in the Smartmatic case. Now, there's been a slew of bad court decisions coming out lately. I mean, we've got a judge telling you you've got to fly Tren de Aragua gang members back to the United States, that Trump can't deport them. I mean, this is the kind of lunacy. So articles of impeachment are teed up and ready to go. This is from Representative Eli Crane. You folks saw him. I interviewed him just recently. Eli Crane's a great warrior out of the state of Arizona. Okay. But here's your judge, Minnesota lawyer, diversity and inclusion, Judge Jeffrey Bryan.
Right.
Judge Jeffrey Bryan has made supporting diversity and inclusion in the law an integral part of his legal career. So this tells you where he's coming from politically. Okay. If he's all down on DEI. His work for that cause began at Yale Law School when he had a summer job with Texas Rural Aid representing migrant workers. Okay. This is one of the same kinds of federal judges that would rule the way these other federal judges have ruled lately. And it continues today as his role in Ramsey County District Court judge. So this is before he got elevated to the federal bench. Okay. Just so we all understand. Bryan's diversity activities, including co-chairing the Judicial Endorsements Committee of the Minnesota Hispanic Bar Association. Now, his claim to fame, by the way, is the first Latino on the federal bench in Minnesota. So he not only pushes DEI, he has benefited from DEI. The White House is expected to announce yada yada. Okay,
right.
So here's the district court for the District of Minnesota. He was born in El Paso, Texas, 1976. So if you think about this, if he was born in 76, he's 48 years old. And in college, he was all in on DEI. So this is like center stage in his life. It's integral to the part of his life. So I've looked into this guy a bit, Mike, and you got a tough road to sled there in front of him. That's where.
Well,
where does that...
you guys, here's the thing, though. This all comes down to a jury. I don't care where I go, Neil. People are different than these attack groups. I can go downtown Minneapolis, where I spent many, many years on crack cocaine and down there and living in the streets and everything else. And I can go anywhere. I go to right in the middle of Chicago when I was there, right in the middle of Chicago for the Democrat convention. People didn't attack me. They came up and they're going, hey, they know my thing is it's about saving our country, getting to paper ballots and counting. So we have secure elections like 132 other countries do.
Yes.
That's what I'm fighting for. Yeah. Do I think Donald Trump's the best president in history? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the reason I'm getting attacked, everybody can have their opinion on a president who they like, but we all want secure elections, everybody. And so people get a thing like, oh, Mike, are you okay when you're in the streets? Absolutely. People come up to me long before. You remember when this book was written, What Are the Odds from Crack Addict to CEO, everybody? I had never voted in my life. I was an addict in every way. I didn't know a Republican from a Democrat. I didn't know a liberal from a conservative. I didn't know a filibuster from a millibuster. I didn't care. I didn't think politics affected me. We all know now, we've been very educated over the last 4 years how it affects everything we do. And I think people need to know, that anywhere I go like that is it's not like there's like two sides to this. You know what I mean? What they're doing, these attacks and everything, is disgusting that they're attacking my employees. Look at My Pillow. We were the media's darling. My Pillow had it's employee owned, Neil. It's employee owned. What did they do? Most of them are probably, I would say it's at least 50-50 when you talk about political parties or whatever. I mean, these are good people, friends, family. They have families, and they're getting attacked by these machine companies, by Keith Ellison, by the IRS, by pouring it on. My Pillow, made in the USA, the American dream. Where else can you go from being an addict, like I was, to where I got to with and it was the American dream on steroids. God gave me a second chance. So I'm being persecuted and attacked because why? It's disgusting. So when you get to a jury, I really believe if it goes that far, remember, all they're doing is called lawfare. They're just trying to destroy me now. You get all this stuff, discovery and everything that people do. They're just trying to destroy me to try and take me out early. There's a law, everybody, that My Pillow can't defend itself. Did you know that, Neil?
No.
A business has to have an attorney or you lose. You are required to have an attorney. It's the craziest thing I ever heard.
This is like you can't do your own electrician's work and plumber's work. This is all, I will guarantee you, Mike, this was all lobbied on by attorneys to get that law put in place. They go down and they lobby. All these businesses run down and lobby, say they're free enterprise, when in fact they are not, because what they're doing is lobbying for laws to require you to use them.
That's right. And let me tell you another thing. Another thing is, if there's things in different states, you got to get a lawyer within that state besides your own lawyer. So you have lawyers. And so if I have different things going on, all these fights in all these states, that's why I've got, tens of millions of dollars, why I sit here with all this money gone because of most of it, attorneys that you have to get an attorney in that state. Yeah. So when what they've done with lawfare, trying to destroy My Pillow, myself, and now the charities, it's all just to run it out. If I stopped talking tomorrow, Neil, and said, you know what, I was wrong, guys. I don't even want to say it because they'll soundbite it, but
yeah. Don't do it. They will.
But you know what I mean.
Yes.
But if I ever said I was wrong, or even just made a deal and backed off to never talk again, you guys, all this would go away. It would all go away. But you know what? we would lose our country. We can't have this great president be of 4 years in vain. We can't have it be in vain. If we don't get to secure elections, to paper ballots, hand counted, 132 countries have banned the machines. The last one being Argentina. They did it 2 years ago. Great new president. They freed their country. Over 100 countries have banned early voting and mail-in voting. The United States has the worst, everybody, elections on planet Earth. There's nobody worse than us. You could find communist countries. There's nobody has worse elections than the United States.
Now, another thing that's going on, and I actually may be flying out to Colorado, Mike, because, you know, Tina Peters is in jail out there. The Department of Justice filed a statement of interest in her case.
Yep.
I've actually seen a few comments. I was going to address Tina Peters, but a lot of people are like, you know, what's free Tina Peters? Talk about Tina a little bit. So the Department of Justice has filed a statement of interest.
And I'm well aware of that. That was when I went out and met with the president, and there were people in there, and that came out of that. So, hey, this might be that guy calling back here.
Right. Take it.
Let me just see if the hello.
I'm back.
Yeah, Jeff. I'm calling you back. I wish you'd have reached out for me for comment, because the Star Tribune usually writes horrible articles, and
This call will be recorded.
Yeah, I know we're recording you too. Okay.
Sorry,
So
I'm on my cell phone.
yeah, no worries. So Jeff, what number one, I'd like to make a few comments about our horrible Attorney General Keith Ellison and his office. But no,
Yes, and Mr. Lindell, I want to start by saying that if I had your phone number, I would have reached out to you. I reached out to your general counsel, and then I reached out to a paralegal who was associated with My Pillow.
Okay, well, now you got.
I wasn't trying to not get a hold of you.
Okay.
I did not have a direct line to you.
I figured every terrible journalist in the world had my phone number, and the Star should be. So you must be one of the good ones, then, if you don't have my phone number. But
I just started covering the courts about 7 months ago. So
okay,
so now I do.
You got my number, and you can believe me. You can call me anytime, day or night. You ask any other journalist, I answer every single time, and because I love nothing more than going up against these people like Keith Ellison that are attacking My Pillow, myself, my charities, and I want to put a statement in the charity one. The charity one, the Lindell Recovery Network, like I just said on my air, just so you know, the Lindell Foundation was formed about 10 years ago. It never got off the ground. It was a beta prototype. I put in all the money myself, millions of dollars into where I tested in 102 countries. Nobody put a dime in. I did it so you could do a charity, like let's say it was Minneapolis. You could put in your county and you go, wow, here's a need in our county. And 100% of the money would go to that need. I was tired of giving money to charities where you had $100 and maybe $10 would get to the need. So I had set up this huge foundation, and because of the China virus, I don't know if you can print that in your thing too. Because of the China virus, we were shut down. It was like a parked car. So that sat dormant up until Keith Ellison now attacking it. The one that I'm really upset about, he's attacking the Lindell Recovery Network, which is for addicts. I grew up, I was a crack addict living in the streets at times, and that online help, it's just a website. I put in 100% of that money, and I put it, or just maybe 99%. There might have been someone one time that put in some money a long time ago, but if it was peanuts. I put in millions of dollars into that site. There's millions or thousands of videos, man hours that were massive man hours. I put in millions of dollars. It's free. It's online, and it's free to help people in addiction get to Jesus. And Keith Ellison, their office, went after those two charities, and I told my attorneys, give them everything. They're just doing this because they're attacking, because I want secure elections. That's what I've been attacked for now for 4 years, because I want paper ballots and counted. And so they attack, and we gave them everything, and now they put this thing as you found. We actually found out because of you that something was filed saying we didn't give them everything. Now they want more, you know. Well, you know what? I'm an open book. He can have everything he wants. We thought, here's everything. What does he want? Let's see. Let's go back to you were in your 20s or whatever. I don't know what their office when you give them everything. The problem with them is they can't believe that anybody would set up a foundation to help people and put in all the money yourself instead of reaching to outside people. And where 100% of the money goes to help the cause. So I don't know what their angle is, but all I know is it's a hit job. It's an attack. And I just wanted you to know that. This is how I feel about horrible Keith Ellison, our Attorney General of Minnesota. His office should be ashamed of himself. He's a disgrace to our country.
Well, Mr. Lindell, I really appreciate the comment. I really do. And if I had your direct number, I would have called you and got
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That I will put that in the story. It'll run in print tomorrow. So
okay.
I'll make sure that that's in there for our readers in print. And can I ask you, it seems like they are looking into sort of how the funds were used. And basically, it seems to me, since you're saying that you've told your attorneys to give them all the documentation they want, the financial documents, that your position would be that you have operated these nonprofits in an appropriate manner.
100%. I put in all the money. I mean, it came in from me personally. I put in all the one 10 years ago was a beta test. I set up the website. I went to Detroit. We set it up in Detroit and other cities. We gave millions of dollars to the Salvation Army, and they were called needs, Union Gospel here in the cities, teen challenges around the country. I put in all the money. Misappropriation of funds? There's no misappropriation. I didn't take anybody's money. It was my own money. And then it went like a parked car. Now the other money for the Lindell Recovery Network, that money you can see it with your own eyes. Here it is. It all goes towards a website. That's the only function of it. It's a website, LindellRecoveryNetwork.org. You could put that in your article. It'll probably save a lot of people from addiction. LindellRecoveryNetwork.org. They go there and it's free. These people get help. There's like 1,000 videos. You put in your age and your addiction and what you're addicted to. Like mine was crack cocaine. So you put that in there, and now all these videos come up of the commonality of the drug. So you see peers, wow, they were all just like me, but they got help. They made it through. Then you go to the next thing, and you have all these videos that say how they got help, what got them through. So people can get help they need by listening to people. I call them hope matches. Then I have online help there that's absolutely free. I've vetted thousands of churches where they have help for addiction. They could pick a church near them. I have vetted thousands of treatment centers that use Jesus Christ that are faith-based that they can go pick. Or they can stay online there and it's free. Where I went and got saved, they can do that. It's an online thing they do. Nothing costs anything. I mean, this is bizarre what Keith Ellison is doing. I think they can't believe that anybody would do this just to help people. Maybe because that's obviously what they're not made of. But this is a hit job. It's a hit job. I believe it's still what they're considering a political hit job. Let's take down Mike Lindell and MyPillow because he's friends with the best president this country's ever seen, ever in history, or is it because he's already in power now? So I think it's the other one. Mike Lindell wants to get rid of the electronic voting machines. That's been my fight for 4 years. And I want to go to paper ballots, hand counted. And it's one big thing to keep attacking Mike Lindell to take his voice down. And that's not going to happen.
Well, Mr. Lindell, like I said before, I truly appreciate you reaching out to me. And I'm sorry that it took this long.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You got my number now. So you can call anytime, day or night. Yep. Yes. And thanks for calling me back. Thanks, Jim. Yep.
Yes, of course. Thanks.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Now, there's a good report. It wasn't his fault that he didn't have my phone number. And but this is where it is. When they call me, Neil, when these reporters call me, this is all I've had you guys. I want to tell you something that's really important to our country. On February 4th of 2021, okay, Well, let's backtrack a little bit. We're going to backtrack a couple weeks, everybody. January 7th and 8th are two of the most important days in the history of the United States. Ask me why, Neil.
Why?
Because 1.2 million Americans were deplatformed that day, those 2 days, on crooked Jack Dorsey's Twitter, Zuckerberg's Facebook, Vimeo, YouTube. Anybody that spoke out about the election or against Jesus Christ or spoke out against the vaccine, you were all grouped in. Boom, you were deplatformed. On those 2 days, Parler was wiped off the face of the earth. The only competition to Facebook, YouTube, and such, right? So now I always compare it on a TV. When I grew up, we had black and white TVs, and it went down, you turned it off, went down this little tiny dot, like a gray dot, a little blue dot. And kids, we'd go, it's almost out. We turn it back on and whoosh, it would all come back to life, everybody. That was our voice. And what they did then, remember, I got all my evidence on January 9th, but on February 4th of 2021, a very important date also. That's the day Smartmatic sued Fox News. That started lawfare. It had not been done in our country since 1792, everybody. And what that did, and that scared me. I'm going, wow, you can have all the information in the world, but here's what happened that day. After that day, right now, this conversation that I'm having with Keith Ellison and this reporter here that's very left-wing, Star and Tribune.
Yes, very left-wing.
But I couldn't talk about this on Newsmax, Fox, Salem Media, none of them, because they're all silent. Because you know what I stand for? Getting rid of the electronic voting machine. That's what lawfare was formed for. You better shut up about our machines. You better shut up. I'm Smartmatic. I'm Dominion. I'm ES&S out of Omaha, Nebraska. I'm Hart. These four manufacturers, like Amy Klobuchar said in the movie Kill Chain, who's a Democrat, said they control all of our elections. 4 companies control all of our elections. So I said it again. Maybe ES&S can sue me too now, Neil. Now, here's what I want to say. So what I had to do, everybody, I did 2 things. One, I started with Frank's speech. Now is Lindell TV. So you go to lindelltv.com, everybody. We're on 24/7. Rudy Giuliani, myself. We're a publicly traded company now. This is where we get our voice out massive. I told you, Neil, we got to get your show. In fact, we're going to run this one over there like crazy. We might take my phone number out of the middle there.
Sounds like a good plan. I might do that for you afterwards too.
Yeah, do that for him before we run it the whole country. But you guys, so then what happened is over the last 4 years, I've had to use reporters like Jeff, and I don't know him. I just know who he works for, and they're very bad people at the Star and Tribune. Okay, I can say that. They've attacked me for no reason. They were the first ones to attack me. Neil, get this. And by the way, you guys, I have become indirect friends with all of them. Jeff and I will probably become good friends. He'll continue to write stories and attack, whatever, but it doesn't matter. At least we get the word out, right?
Well, do you know what's funny, Mike? I saw this in action because I was with you at the RNC, and these CNN guys, and it was so funny because then I saw him in another CNN clip and stuff, running his big camera gimbal thing. And so, Mike, they're just looking for a hit because, but nonetheless, you're just joking with them. You're just having fun with them.
Well, it's not, you guys, we've got to be friends where, now Jeff, he'll call me right away. He's not going to do an article again without calling, but he didn't have my number, everybody. That wasn't his fault. He reached out to my attorneys. Now, he could have asked the Star and Tribune. I'm sure everybody by him has my number. Yeah. But that's okay. He's got it now. He will call. A lot of these reporters, though, Neil, they get afraid to call me because I'll have them on the phone for an hour because I got stuff to say, right?
I can't imagine.
And then the other thing is some of them, if they're going to do a big long interview, where it's a long story, I'll make them read my book. And then they become so torn that they know who I really am then. And they're going, and what I'm standing for what the truth, what's right. Well, a lot of them then will go to write their articles and they're too good where their bosses won't print them. So I have to literally tell them, oh no, they'll send me the article. You need to bash me more. Your boss is never going to write that. You're not going to let you do this. I tell them, you need to bash me more. You need to bash me more, but they, this is what's happened where I've had to use that media group. And I mean, it's sad, but it's the only way to get the word out. And,
well, especially to the people on the left. See, the right, us conservatives, we've actually built a really rich ecosystem now of media. I mean, the podcasts, the things like my show, or there's just so many of them, and on all these different platforms now. I mean, it is really hard to shut us down, but there is still a large segment, and this is why, Mike, this is really interesting. A lot of people don't know this, but of the older vote, everybody thinks older people vote Republican. No. Actually, the older people are voting Democrat. If you look at the numbers on it, the boomers are voting Democrat. They're still getting all their information from CNN and Fox News and MSNBC and CBS and ABC. That's where they get their information. Where the younger people, from Gen X down, that's why Gen X swung so heavily for Donald Trump. They're getting their information from these podcasts. And I can look at my demographics and show you that. I do, too. We got to bring this back in because a lot of people just jumped on who weren't on earlier. Just so you know, special exclusive to Lumberjack. Huge deal on the spring sheets right now. You cannot get these books. If you go to the website and use my promo code, they're going to come up as $100. You've got to go to the /lumberjack page or call the 800 number, and the telephone operators know 1-800-568-2865. Mike, you've got some sheets there, so I'll pull this back.
Yeah. You guys, $29.98 is the lowest price in the history of MyPillow. And this is today, right now. And the only place you can get it is mypillow.com/lumberjack. You can't get it on the website. You got to go to that page right there. And you're going to get the kings for $34.98 and the queens for $29.98. You guys, this is a very special day that we're doing this. And our call at 800-568-2865. If you called them right now and said, hey, I want those $29.98 sheets, and I got, let's say it's some crazy promo, any other promo code, they're going to go, I'm sorry, you need promo code Lumberjack. If you don't use that, you ain't getting the sheets for $29.98. And that's a fact. So, but I don't know today. So when my lawyers called me, you guys, and told me, about this Jeffrey column that the Star and Tribune was going to do, that not only was last week we had the contempt of court with Smartmatic, and then now today the public now knows that Keith Ellison is attacking me. What did I say to my lawyers? Give me his number. This is a great day. And why? Because now everyone's going to see that they're still attacking MyPillow, and we're still fighting. We will not give up. I will never stop until we get rid of these electronic voting machines. You guys, we have till the summer of 26. Why? Because all the uniparty Republicans, some people call them rhinos, but they're worse than that, the uniparty Republicans. That's where they steal all their people, is in the primaries. That's where this is all done.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. This is it. I keep telling people, this is huge. So we've got to get rid of them. And
there's some great things going on in Minnesota, everybody. If you want to know what's going on in our state, or in South Dakota, or Alabama, Maine, Hawaii, whatever it is, we have what's called the Cause of America. You need to go to my social media platform for all the elections too. It's vocal.com, VOCL.com, vocal.com, VOCL.com, or just go to the App Store and put Mike Lindell apps. Get my LindellTV.com. The two connect to each other. If you join one, you're joining the other. Get them. They're free, everybody. Vocal.com. We've got to get our voice out there so we don't, when you have places that don't report stuff like Fox News and stuff, how do you hear your news? You're going to, the one thing, you're right, Neil, this is what I told our great president. I said, you know what? What's different now that we didn't have 4 years ago? We had evidence on the election. We had it. We've got it. We could pile it from here to the sun and back. That didn't matter. But now what mattered is all that was sprung out of them trying to silence is is all these new platform podcasters like yourself. I mean, you guys, we have Truth, Getter, Gab, Vocal. You have now great Elon having X instead of Jack Dorsey's corrupt Twitter. Even Zuckerberg is trying to act like he won't cover now. I mean, even old Mark Zuckerberg. Oh yeah, I'm not going to cover up your Facebook anymore if you put it up there. That's rubbish.
Yeah.
He's still gonna. If I put some of my, I'm gonna try it today, you guys. I'm gonna put some of my cyber stuff right up on Facebook and see if it gets covered up. I'm gonna do a little test, okay?
You send me a text on that, Mike, and I'll report on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna re-put up evidence I put up back in 21 and January of 21. I'm gonna do a complete. I'm going to do it all day today and tomorrow. I'm going to put up on all the platforms and see what happens. Let's see where it goes. Let's see if Alan Duke, the Facebook fact checker, let's see if he covers it up like he did last time.
We'll curious.
Check it out. That'd be a
I'm
good
totally
experiment.
On that. I want to know, Mike. Seriously, when you put it up, please, if they silence you, send me word on that.
Which would be, by the way, everybody, one of the things I have is it's called the Mesa County Image. Now, this involves Tina Peters. Tina Peters got put in jail for 9 years for doing her job, okay? For doing her job. What happened, everybody, in the spring of 21, I'll tell you a quick story about her. In the spring of 21, Tina got approached, or maybe earlier of 21, by the people in her county that said, hey, our county election, it wasn't the presidential one, everybody. It was the Mesa County election. This is impossible. All these people won. And they probably went door to door and said, did you vote for these people? It was crazy. It was an impossibility. But they went to her and said, hey, and she was all upset. I don't even know if she was a Republican or a Democrat. She was kind of apolitical, if I remember correctly from hearing the story. And she was a Gold Star mom. And she had never had a jaywalking ticket, everybody. Just this proper clerk that worked for her country in the county. And she listened to their concerns and she said, no, I run a good ship here. I run a good ship. Now that went through now about the same time. Here comes crooked Secretary of State, Jenna Griswold. Remember, everybody, if you've listened to me, the top two that I think are the biggest criminal traitors this country's ever seen in politics, crooked Brad Rassenberger down in Georgia. He's a Republican Secretary of State. Mm-hmm. And Jenna Griswold, the Secretary of State of Colorado. Now, I give Brad a little extra credit because he's supposed to be a Republican, right?
Good.
You put his criminality goes even higher. You're wearing a false shoot, right? So you have these two. Now, Jenna Griswold orders at that time in the spring of 21, she orders a thing called the Trusted Build. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now in Colorado, they have one machine company. It's Dominion. Okay. Remember, the biggest machine company in the United States is ES&S out of Omaha, Nebraska.
Well, okay. Dominion used to be headquartered in Colorado.
No, they were started in Toronto. They do have a headquarters in Colorado too. That's correct.
Yeah, they had a headquarters in Colorado.
That is true. Now Dominion and Jenna Griswold, she orders what's called the Trusted Build. What it is, it's a deletion of all the records. It's like a reset of everything in Colorado. Now, here's the law, everybody. Under federal law, you cannot do that for 22 months, okay? In Colorado, it's like 26 months. So when she did this Trusted Build, what it is, every clerk in Colorado, if I was a clerk, I'm going to make a backup. It's like deleting your computer. You want to do a backup, Neil. So you do it. So she backed up her computer, okay? She's in charge of everything. She backed it up.
Yep.
As everyone knows, then she ended up coming to the cyber symposium. Something got leaked out of what was in that machine and what was in there. But it was evidence that showed what? It showed complete corruption of the 2020 presidential election and complete corruption of the Mesa County election. You can't deny it. It's in there. Okay. Now in the fall, I'm almost done with the story, everybody. But in the fall of 21. After the cyber symposium, now it was kind of known to the world, but it wasn't all put up there, right? So report number 1 comes out. These are experts that looked at this from all over the country. Different experts looked at this evidence, what was in that inside that machine.
Mm-hmm.
So report number 1 comes out. Report number 2 comes out, and it's showing more and more what these guys are saying. Here's what we saw. Here's what it is. Then they're going to come out, but it's 6 months into this. I'm getting upset going, come on, show the thing. And now number 3 comes out, the big thing. It's going to be number 3. And you know what? This is going to show basically, you're done. It's going to save our country. Save Colorado, save our country. Well, about that time, my lawyers I go, you guys, all these cyber people and stuff that were working on this, they didn't even know each other when they had started this. They all get together, and I get together. I told the lawyers, let's put this out to the public. Just show the whole image. Let's just put it out there so everybody's cyber guy can look at this. I can't read it. They have hashes, they're called.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody could go get a cyber guy to read it. Well, they go, well, Mike, we got a report coming out. These are experts. And I go, nowadays, people don't believe any experts. You want to see that. What did you base it on? Let's see what you base it on. You know what I mean, Neil?
Yep.
You know, at time in history, people are tired of seeing reports. Yes. Your reports are only good. Talk to Alex Halderman, all the stuff he did on his report. He had to hack into a machine in Georgia right in front of the judge with a ballpoint pen and flip the election.
Yeah, right. That's when you got the tinfoil hat on.
So that's when I took the tinfoil hat off. That's right. So now, everybody, here's this. It's January of 2022 now. January of 22. At the end of January, I told the lawyers, I am sick of this. I'm going to put the whole image right up on my site, Lindell TV. I'm going to put it up for the whole world to see. And they go, well, Mike, you could get in trouble. You know, you could go to jail. I said, I don't care. You know, I don't care. We have a country to save, right? So anyway, the lawyers said, well, here, I said, well, how about we do this? So I talked to the lawyers, and Alan Duke is the Facebook fact checker, everybody. Horrible person with with lead stories. He still hasn't changed his ways. I just seen him on another show the other day. He has 3 people that work for him. One of them's over in Belgium. His name is Martin. That guy, these are the guys that covered up all our stuff back then. 4 people decided, And when I came out with my evidence, you know what it said? Contains porn and nudity. That's what it said, you guys. That's the cover they put over it. Now let me tell you. So what we did, we said, why don't we sign an NDA, which we did. We signed an NDA with Alan Duke of Lead Stories, you guys, the top Facebook fact checker in the world. And we said, hey, Alan, I said, and him and I have quite a history. Here's the evidence. Look at it. And you can be a hero to the country and world. You come back and say, wow, yes, the elections, this is what happened, all this stuff. They're all computer manipulated. And so Alan says, yeah, I'll look at that. So his guys look at it. You ready, everybody? Looked at it, found out it was true, all true. I call up Alan, I go, yes, we're going to save our country. Alan, he goes, oh, no, Mike, we're fact checkers. We don't put signs up saying stuff is true. We'd be busy every day. But he said, we're fact checkers. We just won't put a flag over it saying it's false. What a rotten guy.
Omission.
Alan, shame on you, Alan Duke. You're disgusting. You still are disgusting to this day. Now, so what I could do, but what could I do, Neil, then? Because it's true, right? It's not going to be covered up, right? So I put inside the machines, I put it up on my website, put it up on social media. It was for everyone to see. It didn't get covered up, I'll give them that. But the media outlets suppressed it. So you didn't see this on your Fox Newses or whatever. Remember, we were small back then. You know, I could go on podcasts, whoever was brave enough and didn't want to get sued by Smartmatic or Dominion. So people were afraid to put it or to talk about it, right? I mean, you know, you probably wouldn't have been back then, but if I'd have made you'd have had the whole image going, sue me, come on, I don't care.
I was in the Soros hit piece from Media Matters because we covered all this, and my channel came close to being wiped out multiple times, and I just had to stop producing content just so that the channel would stay there, and then in 90 days I could start up again. It was just the nature of things. But your office, Mike, is reaching out to me. Caitlin's going, Neil, I need Mike back here. So I'm like, look, okay.
She's
In
right
closing,
there.
Mike,
She's over there looking at her watch, right?
yes,
But
yes.
anyway, I get long-winded because I'm real passionate about this, everybody. These machines got to go. They attack me. They attack my pillow. Everything you read out there, I don't care what it is. Everything came from one reason. I want to secure our elections and get rid of the electronic voting machines and melt them down and turn them into prison bars. I don't care if you see I'm getting sued by a company or sued by the IRS or Keith Ellison or a delivery company or whatever. My pillow is here. God's protecting it. God's protecting us here. And you want to help us get those sheets today that we're putting on sale. Remember, we don't have box stores. You couldn't sell these sheets for $29.98 for the queens. Neil, all of them just came in for the spring. Do you know how much product when all the box stores canceled me? We had all this product. And it was just disgusting. And I'm talking to you. If you own a box store out there, if you know someone in a box store, everyone out there, this is your homework, everybody. Please go to them and say, hey, would you go back to My Pillow and put these back in your store? Put the pillows back in.
Amen.
We're their number one selling product of all time. You could very much help My Pillow and my employees that go to these box stores. I don't care if it's a hardware store, a grocery store. Hey, we need to carry My Pillow again. Donald Trump's in office. Isn't that why you were scared in the first place? I don't know why they did it in the first place, but they have no reason not to do it now. And but in the meantime, you guys can get the best sleep ever. Before all this came in, we had hopes we were going in. We did have a couple box stores. They canceled on us this fall, Neil. Right when we made all the pillows and they canceled right as the trucks were leaving. It was what did we do then? We had that classic collection sale. Remember that?
Yep.
Well, here we have all these.
$14.98.
We have all those Percale and Giza Dream sheets, our flagship sheets, say 50% or more. Queen size, $29.98. King size, $34.98 in the Percale. All the colors just came in. Get them now. You guys will never, ever, ever see a price like this in history. And you're not going to find it on My Pillow. You got to go to mypillow.com/lumberjack, and boom, you're going to go, whoa, this is amazing.
Or call the 800 number. That's my favorite way to order is talk to the people at My Pillow, 1-800-568-2865. Mike, before you leave today, and we're going to take a moment and pray for you. My audience will pray for you because both for My Pillow, for the Lindell Recovery Network, for all of it, this lawfare, all of it. So, and I see you recovered successful from your surgery, your vocal cord surgery. So full recovery there.
One more time, I got to go back, but all right. That's what's coming back.
Father God, we just thank you and praise you for Mike. We praise you. We thank you for his life, Lord, for the light that he shares in his recovery and his giving glory to you for that recovery, Father. We just we come against Keith Ellison in this lawfare that he's launched against charities, Lord, charities designed to help people of all things. I mean, not even Mike's company, but his charities in that one. And then the Smartmatic suit and coming against the company. And Lord, we just pray that all things would be revealed, Lord, and that you would help Mike's company to grow. We pray that these box stores would take Mike back, take My Pillow back, Lord, that his sales would be bigger in the coming year than they've ever been before, Father, that he would be able to successfully fight this lawfare and end this corruption. And we know that all things are possible through you because it says so in your word. I mean, it says so, Lord. So we're believing for you, believing on you for that. And we thank you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Thank you, Neil. And if you can take that number out we talked about, or at least believe it.
Yes.
I don't mind your audience, but I'm going to put it out nationally.
I will. It takes, I think it takes about like a half hour once I do that, because I have to go to the YouTube app because it's alive.
But all of you that got it, if you do call it, you're going to end up with Caitlin anyway. I'm going to forward them all.
All right. Thanks so much, Mike.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
God bless you.
See you again. All right. Bye.